Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm standing here. I will introduce myself. My name is Fitriyah, Honorable Miss Fatiatul Haq Al-Mawagir MPDI. Today I will explain about education in America and Finland. I find at Google Jurnal Internasional. Yeah. Next. As you know, geographical in Finland and America. Finland is a country located in the North European continent. The country that is a tropical between 60 degrees until 70 degrees and 20 until 32 centuries. Is formed by Sweden and America. As you know, the geographical location of the American Southeast served by several seas and oceans, namely the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, and the Arctic Ocean. The north part of the America continent is the Arctic Ocean. The eastern part of the American continent is the Atlantic Ocean, while the western part of the American continent is the Pacific Ocean. Yeah. Education in America. As you know, this analysis seeks to examine in the history and the development of moral or character education in America during the 20th century, which provides structures for the character education move in the certain educational content. In education in America have five. Number one, development of moral character. And early 20th century character education, Hartstone and May studies post-World War II, conquest of the 2060 until 2070, and the last return of character education. As you know, definition of moral education. According to Chris Baum, moral education can be defined as a conscious effort to help others acquire knowledge, skill, attitudes, and values that contribute to a more personally satisfied and social-centered life. And works according to Bailey and Krzyzewski. Character education is one of the most important answers, if not the most important, to our national character series, and is a very important for any truly active reform movement. Yeah. The history and development of moral characters education in America during 2000th century that provides structure for the character education in current educational. Number one, early 20th century character education. It means the beginning of the 20th century brought new challenge the moral education. Character education during the period to the form of code of ethics. After city or state school official development applying character traits, they implement various programs to base them on the studies. And number two, meaning from Hartstone and May studies. This main study aims to determine the effects of moral education, but cultural and resilience on behavioral related to The direction of character education will change when America deals with World War II and the Cold War and post-World War II. Moral education, post-war America began to define that school embraces high-level academic and cognitive skill, or often at the expense of various forms of morality, citizenship, and social education that had been effaced by various generations and conquest of the 1060 until 70s. Then of character education, then in America schools were underestimated or almost ignored. And the last, return of character education. Character education reignite of during, and I think because her parents, educators, and other concerned cities from various sectors and regions in the country saw the need for various programs that would halt the tide of moral deceit. And I will explain about education in Finland. Have fundamental principle and education policy of Finland and the education and research system in Finland. As you know, Finland education development policy is lifelong. Education principle implies that every population has the skill, the acquired learning opportunities to develop knowledge and skill with diverse environment throughout life. Based on the point of view, policy, the field of education is integrated without public, especially those related to education and training. Acquired and global, this is a mind and increasing the national competence and possibly in health details. Yeah. System education in Finland have 6 systems. Number 1, pre-primary education, 6 years old. In education, primary education will get basic skill, knowledge for children and learning abilities that are different from early childhood education and advance to their age and abilities. And basic education must 7 until 16 years old. Every student goes to a school near a house decided by the local government. Although in some big cities, I think parents can choose a school for their children with certain aims. And secondary education mean public facilities or school and mix are provided free by the government, but students may have to buy their own school. I think example for books, bag in his school not buy, just free. And general education, the Finnish national education against determines the learning objectives and targets at well learning rules of each subject. The general education use decide for learning. I think must 2 until 4 years old. Vocational education mean the framework for vocational education acquired in Finland is based on which depends a lot of conference from the industry. And the last, higher education Finland has 2 types, namely public university and 2 University of Applied Science. While the University of Applied Science provides the practical appliance of science. Yeah, and main objection in education in Finland of the Finnish education policy is all cities get equal opportunity in terms of receiving education without take into account your age, place of research, and education is considered as one of the richest basic rights of all cities. I think enough. I do apologize if I have many mistakes. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.